Cat, say something.
No.
Woof, say something.
I refuse wholeheartedly.
Excellent. Alright. So, as per the rule, we're doing this for an hour until Doom releases.
Aye.
Because it's releasing an hour into stream. So,
For some reason.
yippee, I guess. But also yippee, it's actually coming out.
Yeah.
I have it preloaded, so all I'll have to do after that is just load the license.
Yeah.
So until then, we shall sail the Untersee. A game I also enjoy, Sunless Sea. Any current missions? Yes, I need to go to the Undercrow. Audio?
Choke it.
Ah, that's why there wouldn't be any audio. For some reason, the game decided to remove its fucking audio from its tab.
That explains why it was so quiet. I thought it was just the game being quiet.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
No, it's still quiet. What's going on here? No, that shouldn't matter. What the actual shit?
I mean, you might have to turn up the in-game volume.
No, because otherwise we'd be hearing something anyway.
Those sliders look to be at almost minimum.
Believe it or not, Cat, the game's pretty loud.
Fair. Understood. Just saying.
To humor you, I will do this.
Yeah, I can
now I hear something.
Out here now.
I hear static.
That's just because of Discord. Yeah, I actually hear the game fine now.
I thought it was like radio static.
Shade looks very confused by this happening.
I launched the game like 10 minutes ago, and I heard the music and all the audio just fine, and suddenly it's just...
We don't hear the music, by the way, just the game audio.
To be fair, there's not always music. How's it still super quiet?
It's not for me.
It is for me. I can barely hear the fucking ship.
What the hell? Me hearing it better than you is not okay.
I shall turn the game audio up in the other settings. Turn it down over here. Yeah, there we go. I started a new save.
Okay.
I mean, I say started, but I won my last one. So I have... Is it in here? No, it should be a curiosity, which is in my hold. This is what I earned on my last run.
The The Horizon Codex.
Herein are recorded certain details of a voyage through in the company of on.
Use this to increase your Discord resolution is kind of shit, so I can't make out
You
what...
just increase your pages. Unless you sell it, future captains will have access to it.
Ah.
Yep. So this is a curiosity that persists even through death or completion.
Ah.
Pages is essentially your knowledge.
Makes sense.
Esoteric and occasionally practical knowledge.
So you have a portable cat book.
Pretty much.
I'm not wrong.
No one even suggested such a thing.
There's the music.
Yeah, there it is.
Fairly creepy.
We're going straight fucking north from that.
What, the golden shining ship?
At the glorious dreadnought. Have you ever wondered what an eldritch sun does to a ship? It's that.
Oh.
It's death on water.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so used to that being above. I love the music in this game, though, because it just hits that sort of, like, creepy yet lonely tone. The Commodore may be able to give you a few minutes. The Commodore shakes your hand warmly. He's a handsome, open-faced fellow in an immaculate Navy uniform. His office is equally handsome. It overlooks the glittering interior crystal cliff. It might as well be lit as any study in the Neath. Or, it must be as well lit. He deflects questions about the purpose of this installation. Classified, you know. But smilingly offers you tea, biscuits, and mineralogical anecdotes. The biscuits are good, but the anecdotes rather blend one into the next. You find yourself nodding, and then jerk suddenly awake. The Commodore is smiling. Your cup is empty. You feel well. Very well. A little euphoric, even. Come back soon, he says softly.
That's creepy.
Welcome to this entire game.
Yep.
I know, I approve.
The light. It's pretty. I have gained the menace of yearning burning.
So you are now Moth?
Not quite. Not yet. Not unless I get
Speed lamp.
If I get 200 stacks of yearning burning, I do.
Isn't that when you literally just drive into the into the undersun?
Not quite, but if you have any sunlight instances, you are immediately drawn to them. And the higher your yearning burning stacks get to 200, the higher the chances of your captain just opening the sunlight-filled mirror catch boxes you can get, and just going, which can kill you.
Well, yeah, it's a box of sunlight.
We're gonna quickly sail along the coast here. Time to go to hell.
Yay!
No, I'm not joking.
Oh.
I need more fuel. Hopefully I can get the right market here. Iron Republic. Hell's client state. Be wary. Their laws are not the laws of man or nature.
And now Matt is refueled.
Okay, that's a short journey. I have enough terror to spare. I will show you the Undersea.
You have a submarine boat?
Yeah.
Yep, welcome to this game.
It's called a submarine, actually.
You know, I saw somebody play this for a little while years ago when it was new. This shit was not in there.
No, it was not.
Nope, the Submariner DLC was a fair bit into its release, actually.
I love the idea of this game. I just don't have the extended time to go through it. Because it is right up my fucking alley.
Yeah, the atmosphere, the world building is absolutely right for you.
Well then, Kat, I'm sure you'll be glad to know that the people who made this and Fallen London are making a tabletop. With a Sunless Sea module. And I'm getting the book.
Yeah.
Is this actually a wreck, or is this a ha-ha
Mimic.
wreck ship? No, it's a wreck. Judging by the progress of the decay and its outmoded plating, the ship has lain here since soon after London's fall. This may not be wise. Let's do it anyway.
Ooh,
I was about to say, let's do it anyway.
Don your diving suit. Your airline is extended to enable a thorough exploration. As you pick your way across the Z bed to the wreck, you notice a weak light shining from within the ruptured bow. It illuminates a shoal of fish skirting around and away from the wreck. The cargo hold is yawning wide, offering easy entrance. Your bosun is to remain outside while the rest of you go in. She will sound the time in sevens. Be out in 14 minutes, she warns. After 7, the fear sets in. Twice that, the hallucinations. Thrice that, you'll go dark. No coming back.
Okay.
good to know.
Well, given it's a 19% chance to go into the cargo hold, we're gonna go into the boiler room. The door hangs ajar. The frame has suffered corrosion, but the hinges still hold. Coral-shrouded furnaces line the walls. The coke has whitened and compressed. It resembles clusters of small teeth. Part of the far wall has collapsed. Inside, a long hollow tube has been discarded. Part of a welder's torch. %24 chance. Shit.
Do it. Content.
Failed. You make
Oh,
for
well.
the port stairwell. The compartment, the bulkheads, the portholes are revealed in pale milk white. A ship passing in the waters above, the light goes as suddenly as it came. You are plunged into abyssal darkness.
Ew.
Alright. No point sticking around then.
Well,
I love how it's called the submarine. You're a sailor, you sail the Untersee. The sonar is
Yeah.
still called sonar.
well, yeah, because sonar is an acronym. Just like radar and laser.
Ooh.
Shiny spot. Do you have the right dredge hook? Apparently not.
You say as if there wasn't ever... You say as if there was more than one dredge hook in Dredge to begin with.
Here, I'm thinking of like the nets and shit.
Yes.
I could have sworn there was like a dredge hook thing you could get that made it better.
Nope.
Or got better stuff.
Nope.
Oh well.
However, I did just sail over a bunch of fish, so the Z's bounty sustains us.
Yay!
Plus
don't
one
have to burn
supplies.
rations.
It actually gave me a full box of supplies.
Nice. So I'm saying that. Mutton Island. Nice.
Home waters. Sailors dawdle at the rail, watching for the lights of London. Oh yeah, and the creepy-ass logbook things you get sometimes when underwater. A shoal of fish pass by a porthole. The prow lamp reveals the midnight iridescence of their scales.
That sounds about right. That's how you can tell it's British. There's a U in that word.
Harbourmaster. Something's changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on.
Yay, more crew.
Consider a specialist surgeon. Employ the Claderriere. Her talents could be well employed on your vessel. She comes with a bag full of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anyone else touch them.
Yeah.
Okay.
A surgeon should be particular about their tools. I respect that.
London, she's the greatest city on the Untersee. Don't you forget it.
Won't forget it. Got it.
Well, yeah, it's got wolf stack docks where they just pile up puppers for cuddle piles.
Carouse in the Wolfstack docks. There is no danger here. Try to enjoy yourself. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Because if I can get a partner, I can make a kid, I can give them Z fever, send them out to Z, and that creates a scion, which allows me to take 2 lineages instead of 1. I will have a dynasty of lineage. That night in Wolfstack, you find yourself. That night in Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with a likely lass. She tipsily claims to be a spy. Whatever she is, she's easy to like, and when the evening ends, you're still together. A dapper chap, an elegant fellow with a Presbyterian accent and an unexpectedly delighted laugh. By the evening's end, it seems natural that he should accompany you home. Or someone's whose name you do not recall afterwards. Your only love is the Z. You take comfort where you find it, but that's all it is.
Well, if you're aiming for a kid.
I mean, you can adopt, but yeah. An interlude. The next morning, she gives you a pewter locket. As you reach for it, she grips it briefly in her fist. Don't you dare forget me, she says.
Yay!
It's a good thing I own a townhouse here.
Yeah, now just do that in every port.
What's funny is you can actually have a stacking affairs with.
Nice.
Eventually it will kill you. Surprising nobody, people get pissed off when you start cheating on everyone.
Oh yeah, just, it's a thing that sailors did.
Alright, what do we got here? No, I need a better gun. No, I need a better ship. I can't even use my current flensing cannon.
I'm sorry, flensing cannon?
Yep.
Yeah. Fires sharp projectiles to carve creatures apart.
That's what I thought. Just, damn.
Process.
Yeah, just flensing cannon.
Specifically from the Caminus Yards Heartender. Caminus Yards, we have always loved you. A powerful weapon that permits flensing attacks.
It's like fucking flechettes, but worse.
You a deck weapon? Yes. We shall compel attention. I had the Discouragement for a bit, which is an aft weapon. It's your back gun. a severe
Yeah.
disincentive to pursuit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was one of my favorites. Iron and Misery, I got the Bodicea early, so I had an engine worth of shit. Foxfire candles.
Yee. So you need a new ship.
There we go.
Kitty.
Now our stats have gone up. That's a ferret.
Oh. Noodle.
I have a mushroom.
How is the mushroom a mascot? I mean, to be fair,
uh,
Bat, it's a fun guy.
Have you met the Blemigans?
No.
Also, it gives me more stats than the ferret.
Fair. As my joke goes right over his head.
Oh, no, I got it. I chuckled.
Yeah,
Entertain your Blemigan. You can see the indentation of a porthole on the rim of its cap. It must have been pressing its face to the windows again. Is it bored? A ticklish thing. The Blemigan flails and squirms as you tickle it. Its high-pitched warble is almost certainly giggling. When you stop to check that you're not accidentally hurting it, it wraps its tendrils around your fingers and pulls your hand back. Apparently it's enjoying itself.
Aw, that's cute. I approve.
I go to my study. What can I do here? I want to make an anatomical cabinet. That requires 7 lamentable relics and 7 secrets. I have a serene aquarium, or had a serene aquarium. I love how you can just retire at any point.
Yeah.
It gives you
enough of the...
it gives you a draw, so you don't win, but you don't lose.
Yeah.
Hey, living is winning, if you ask me.
Yeah, in this situation, you've had enough of this shit.
You tried.
I did.
The Iron Republic. Turn in the port report. Excuse me, I need to unlock this. And this. Oops, and this. Could you place your report inside? Yes, I imagine someone will read it. Eventually. There's always someone. Voomph. No, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Some reports should not be reported. No, don't concern yourself. This was my third best suit, and the Admiralty offers modest allowance for document-related damage. Perhaps it's best if you leave now, though. Good day.
Okay.
He touched the report and his suit burned.
Okay.
Which makes sense. The Iron Republic sounds like they would be very what's the word I'm looking for? Protective of their privacy.
Alright, turn it in for Port Carnelian, because this is just a way to get fuel, money, and favors. Favors can be spent for extra fuel from the Admiralty Yards, or going to get your ship repaired with favors instead of money.
So it's an alternate currency.
Yes. Port Carnelian. You know, I sometimes wonder whether that place was a good idea. I didn't say that. The Grand Geode. The Grand... Yes, of course. We're generally quite well informed on that topic, but since you're here, perhaps you may as well let us know what your own impressions were. Report submitted. The Admiralty Office takes notes scrupulously, but with an expression of mild terror, like a novice vivisector wincing with a scalpel. The rest of the office studiously busy themselves with other tasks.
Yeah.
And Quaker's Haven. Been trying the original rubbery lumps, have we? May I speak to this man? Oh, I already have moves in the Great Game, okay. I have not yet submitted enough port reports of unique places to unlock strategic information. I want to upgrade my ship. Next one I want to get is the Forced, so I need at minimum 3,000 echoes. And I have 177.
Well, it's good to have a goal.
I know where to get some. Maybe.
That way.
Generally, in this set of tiles, there should be the salt lions.
But I turn the music down a couple notches.
Yeah.
Nothing's not enjoyable, just kind of drowns voices out.
Just a bit.
Hey, you found Hunter's Keep.
And Low Barnet.
Oh, interesting. An under Z town.
You stand on the bridge with the likely lass's locket in your hand. Keep it. It's a risk for both of you. Shorebound lovers grow lonely and Z captains die young. But I'll still keep it. Close your hand over the locket. The Z air is cold, but the heat of your blood has warmed the metal of the locket. Keep it close. You've lost one terror. You have a sweetheart in London.
Yay!
Explore the church.
Hey.
Report. There is no pulpit. The organ has bent, broken pipes, but Low Barnet is still a house of worship, of a sort. Groups of sailors gather in the aisles. The choir benches are clean and face a makeshift stage. Lantern-eyed fish pass behind colorful windows of stained glass. The door to the bell tower is guarded by two burly vergers. The tridents are a nice touch. So you can come here to trade stories with the people, and eventually there's something else you can do here that I haven't yet finished, because I keep forgetting to do so. That's also because all the port reports that you use to tell stories are some of the most expensive ones you could turn in.
Ah.
So it's a choice between progression and money.
Usually I go with money. Also, to purchase fuel and supplies here, you need Z stories and Tales of Terror.
Ah.
They trade in stories. Hello, sunken ship. Are you actually a sunken ship? Or are you gonna bamboozle me? No, you're actually a sunken ship. The cargo hold is intact. Perishables will have spoiled, but preserved supplies may endure. Gain 3 supplies, holy shit.
Holy shit.
The hold is a wretched half-collapsed thing. Shattered beams and floating debris. Your navigator helps you move a spar of fallen steel, uncovering sealed boxes. They contain heavily salted biscuits, hardtack, preservatives, and lard.
Yeah, that do it.
Oh, I mean,
I'm surprised that was still there, is that close to Low Bennett. Honestly.
I'm gonna make a stop at Hunter's Keep, because I can also get a port report there.
Fair.
While it's alive.
Why would it not be alive?
Oh, you know. Stuff and things.
Oh, right, Yarnum. Got it.
A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other undersea islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush in the false starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender.
That's unusual.
Reconnoitre the island. The sea's silence. Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle. The house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least. Walk in the gardens or present ourselves at the house?
You could spy on them.
72% chance of success. Do we chance it, or do we just go walk in the gardens or present ourselves?
Cat's call.
I'd say risk it for the biscuit. It's content.
Succeeded. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor, grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. Dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush. If we don't speak of it, she frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw. Well, now we can present ourselves.
Yeah, might as well.
Knock and enter. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes. Amazing description. Shows you into the parlor where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe, and the cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us?
Yay! New friends.
So which one do we go to eat with? Cynthia is the eldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. Lucy, the middle sister, is sunny, restless, prone to giggles. Phoebe is soft-voiced, watchful, unpredictable.
I'd say Lucy.
Lucy. Giggles.
A daft tale. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in a vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. Lost 4
Yay.
terror, new total 0, serene.
Woo, good choices.
Oh wow, it actually gave me more supplies too. Gained 1 supplies, lost 48 hunger. I now have the Gods of the Z Stone's attention.
Uh-oh.
I mean, to be fair, Stone hasn't led me astray so far. I actually, on my last playthrough, ran out of fuel literally in front of London. And because you can't just have them send fuel out to you to go in, and I had only 1 box of supplies, so I couldn't spare the supplies to make fuel.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'll make an offering to Stone. Fucking stab my hand and make a prayer, and it gave me 1 fuel. And I was
Just
like,
enough to get home.
and I was like, I think I know which god I like.
Rock and stone, or you're not coming home.
The last god I tried to pray to before Stone sent me to King Eater's castle, the dickhead. And for those wondering, King Eater's is all the way down here.
I assume you mean bottom right.
Bottom
So
right.
You can't see your mouse cursor.
Yeah.
Your mouse isn't showing.
It's in the bottom right. So, Fallen London's over here. Right.
Stream can see your cursor.
Right here, Fallen London. That's where I was. Made a prayer to Salt to try and, or Storm to try and get in home. Fucker sends me down here. Still no fuel, no food. Mostly insane. That run ended.
No,
Yeah.
no. Can't imagine why. But hey, now you're friends with the Sisters of Hunter's Keep.
Indeed.
And I don't know why Discord can't see your cursor, but stream can.
That's just settings on how it's operating. That's not an uncommon thing with streaming.
Oh no, P rates.
The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her. She's a vile old vessel, and these Z's aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. Bean pickings. These pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbors, but here's something at the back of the hull. Cache of curiosities. A stout crate. 5 supplies, okay.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good. Haboobski indeed, McLoves. Jiggle jiggle.
Hardtack and water and an unexpected box of nails. A would-be wit remarks that the nails look tastier than the hardtack until an officer's glare silences her.
I mean, who?
I mean, I can't blame them. From what I know of hardtack, it's not pleasant. It's like,
oh yeah, it is.
It's like bottom of the barrel survival food.
Yes, it's basically bread, but completely like dried out and packed to be a brick. They literally would soak it in water to make it edible.
That just sounds vile.
Yeah, and
it was
not, and it was literally, it was basically just flour and water put together. No flavor, no salt, no nothing. It was your very basic, this will keep you going, and that is it.
It will keep you going. It'll also keep for a while.
Oh yeah, it didn't rot. There was nothing in it that would rot. It would keep for years.
Not familiar at all with this Doom game. Well, we're waiting for it to release, so...
Yeah, another 22 minutes and it'll actually be available to play.
Ooh, do we go for someone trying to get our attention or a weak call for help?
Call for help.
I'd go for getting your attention.
I'll roll a fucking die then.
I mean...
Boof, odds or evens.
Boof, odds or evens?
Odds.
It's evens. We shall go for someone trying to get our attention. One of the tomb colonists takes an obvious interest in your crew, specifically the Claderi heir. Voiceless, the tomb colonist draws you a little way away from the Claderi heir. Don't tell her you met me, he says, in a hoarse rasp. Her mother cut my voice, hoped to fix it so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter, so I wouldn't want to. He wheezes. Didn't work. Operations never completely effective. Need to know my daughters well. Happy, finding enough patients, getting enough to eat, and so forth. In exchange for the simplest news, he explains himself. I'm her father, he says. Ordinary engineer, not the sort of parent she would want. If you wish to tell the heir about this encounter, you can do so by speaking with her. Oh, we can do both. May as well.
And to answer your question, McLoves, this is Sunless Sea.
An emaciated man is slumped against the wall of the docks, sitting on a huge crate. He waves weakly at you. Oh, thank God, the dogged apprentice gasped. I don't know how long I've been here. It's been days, weeks since I ran out of money. I've got to get back to Rosegate beneath the waves. His crate rumbles beneath him. Please help me. And if you had anything I could eat. I'm sure we can spare some supplies.
You've got like 30 now, so...
He's clearly weak with hunger. You can spare a little sustenance. The dogged apprentice springs up to embrace you, but collapses onto the dock. After seeing him to a bunk, you check, and double-check, that your crew has securely stored away his rumbling crate.
Yes, McLoves, it is Eldritch Horror.
Gather gossip. Along the coasts of the Untersee, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home, or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. One last thing to do here, visit the first curator. Z Captains, the first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. No more light. The obsequious steward cautions you. The fucking words. The fucking words in this game. Like the irrepressible cannoneer. Great game to learn big words, by the way. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous damp lighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There's no other source of light. A bandaged shape no larger than a child lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Listen to a whispered request. Z Captain, Silkskin, not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors, 7 colors. Pay well. 7 colors? Cosmogon, Irigo, Pelican. Steward has list. Find them here and there across the wide black Z. So we're gonna take this. No more words. It collapses, rustling, back onto the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do this one last favor. So there are 7 colors that you have to gather through various objects throughout the game. I have never actually finished this.
Cool.
I do think it gives you a new curiosity that will transfer to new captains that buffs your mirrors.
That would be good.
Mirrors is your detection and perception.
Yeah, which is good. Even if I don't know what it does mechanically, I know it's a good thing.
Yes.
Yes, boosting your stats is always a good thing.
Cant's Abyss. Yeah, sure.
Or turn that into Can's Abyss. Because we're going down.
Fucking current. Dove straight into a current.
Yep.
An abyss. A chasm gapes below your submarine, descending into unknown fathoms. Dive. Deeper. Your helmsman gives you a questioning look. You say nothing. You are unaccustomed to repeating yourself. With a trembling hand, she steers your vessel down. You sink into the abyss like a coffin into a grave. Stony walls rise about you. Your vessel's light picks out beds of undulating anemones. Good luck. What are you hoping to find in these depths?
Good question.
The
Your
Abyss
submarine's
of
lights-
Scriptures.
Yes, the Abyss of Scriptures. Your submarine's lights illuminate bas-reliefs carved into the walls of the chasm. They depict men and women rowing from a sunless city. Then, far at Z, scuppering their ships. Symbols etched into the walls flicker with fire. Record their messages at a 62% chance. A true Zailer may survive reading these etchings, they say. This right will increase your hearts by 20, but decrease your iron by 10. Succeed or fail, you will gain the right, but failure will incur a wound.
So, more HP, less sanity?
Hearts is not quite HP. It's Inspire, Heal, Defend. How tough are you, basically?
Okay.
Iron is your offensive ability.
Ah. Okay, so you become tougher, but less punchy.
And since my iron's 73, I think I can spare 10 of it.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can do this without getting a wound.
Especially,
Roll them bones.
especially since once I get a better ship and apply my cleansing cannon, I'll still get an iron bonus anyway.
Yeah.
Succeeded! You don your diving gear. You brush away the sand, half filling the carving. Your lamp gives its pattern a sharp shadow. It's uncomfortably warm. Focus. This carving resembles a whirlpool. The lines spiraling outwards brush against the ships. The ancient rowers push into the whirlpool, splinter their own vessels. This must be their destination. To the right of the image is a symbol, a parabolic approach to an object of fascination. The 7-minute bell rings. You must return to your submarine. You've partaken in the rite of greeting.
Yay.
Yes.
Questioning celebration?
Depart. You've seen what you came to see. Yes, I love the empty silence of the submarine.
Yeah,
That's not uncomfortable at all.
that's
I
great.
think that's the point.
Oh, picking up something.
What this? You are not welcome here. Oh, good. That's all my logbook says.
That's always a wonderful thing to find out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not being welcome somewhere. Just the greatest.
Concern? Oh no, there it is.
Woo, 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 woo.
Well, that one's moving, so that's a creature. Ventures
found
into
Wither.
abyss and returns. I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
Boreal Reach. Is this snow? Touch it and it puffs to vapor. Your crew huddles close to the warmth of pipe and funnel. Wither. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale wastes stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here, you might almost imagine they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with unlikely color. That's
Unlikely
right.
color, you say?
This is salt. Gather intelligence. The citizens of Wither enjoy questions, so much so that they always answer a question with another question. This can make intelligence gathering frustrating. Are you asking for any particular reason? At what time of day? Is that your hat? Might it be 6? It could be 6. Eventually, you cobble together enough implications, supposition to compose a report.
Hooray!
Huzzah! I have a report I'm going to turn in, and someone's going to look at it and go, I make no sense of this, but thanks anyway.
Thanks for trying. I know they're impossible.
Explore the town. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of gray stone, enclosed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. They have the irritating habit of answering a question with a question. Here and there are odd sights tucked away. The pages aren't high enough, but could go for a 62% challenge of answering a simple riddle from one of the fishermen.
Riddles are fun.
Riddles!
Fisherfolk, sailors, a shady couple of likely pirates, and is that a drowny down by the water's edge? They sit round a fire at the Z's edge, passing around a bottle of something viscously black. They're wagering on riddles. Will you join them? I have a report, I think. Succeeded in a pages challenge. A cat shadow. The fisherman grumbles but pays up.
What'd you get?
1 echo.
Oh, hey, you need those.
How many Z stories do I have? Exactly 1. Fuck. Forgot that you also pay in stories. Turning off my prow lamp because it saves fuel.
He says that immediately turns it back on.
Yeah, because I can only discover locations while it's on.
Ah.
And I need to discover locations to get the fragments, which unlock secrets. Hi, Lifebird.
Codex.
A living iceberg.
No,
That
thank
sounds
you.
terrifying. Kill it with fire.
Oh, it can get worse. There's the living mountain.
Oh, great.
The Isle of Codex. Codex, a desperate cave full of mute exiles, and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Bless. Agree to a damp request. Seeing your ship, a drowning approaches with purpose. After a soggy exchange, it seems he seeks passage to the Undersea spire of Scrimshander. Do we take them aboard?
I mean, you've already got to get to Rosewater or whatever. I don't
Why
know
not?
how hard it would be, but yeah.
Sure, why not? A deal is struck. Few return from Scrimshander, not because of the danger, but because of the cost of leaving. Still, your guest promises compensation to cover the trip and your safe departure afterwards. How generous. The monastic drowny silently boards your ship, due for Scrimshander. Compile a port report. No one will speak. This is a challenge. Silently forthright. The exiles see many come, fewer leave. Some are even willing to communicate, but their gestures are unfamiliar, the meanings unclear. Even when you can understand, these are answers without questions, as useless as a key without a lock.
Oh.
Literally the equivalent of going, this solved nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Go Z-Bat. Find me things. My scout is a bat.
Ah.
Tamed Z-Bats for a little bit of food will usually spend a day scouting out islands and whatnot.
Nice.
Frostfound, vast and chilly, a fortress sieged by questions, answers, and riddles. There's an end to Frostfound. I've not found it yet, though. Because every room that you go into drives you just a little crazier.
Fair enough.
And you need, like, end game stats if you want to get to the end without losing all of your mind. Even now, I'm not even, like, of a 50% iron requirement.
Yeesh.
Towers and ramps and galleries and stairs of ice, raised and spun like an architect's honey dream. No spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are utterly pristine, untouched by human life, but a pitiable encampment squats by the dock.
Ooh.
Engage the tireless mechanic. The tireless mechanic has had enough of Frostfound. He smiles at you over his spectacles, teeth chattering. Brr, so glad to see a ship at last, ready to offer my services. I'm an engineer, finest you'll ever hire. Treat engines like my own children. Not that I have children. Too busy. Usually busy. Tireless mechanic increases veils and fuel efficiency.
That sounds like a good thing to have. And it cost you an echo.
Cost me 20, but that's fine.
Oh.
File a port report. What are the squatters up to? Bickering amiably. Not all are Iremi or Withern. There's the odd researcher, the occasional deranged ice sculptor. Now and then a very cold, very sad, rubbery man, but for the most part an atmosphere of friendly rivalry reigns.
Hooray!
They don't have shops here.
Unsurprising.
Wait, Thornwall Croft, is this... The Shepherd Isles? Why are they all the way up here? That's... strange.
Because that's where they spawned.
I have not seen them this far up before. This far up or this far out, for that matter. Last time, they were all the way down, like, beside Mutton Island.
Ah.
Shepherd Isles. Sheep, lichen, standing stones. Of course, the bearded watchman tells you, there are no actual shepherds on the Shepherd Isles. Sheep are mostly illegal here. No, indeed. It's just the name of the gentleman that found the islands. Greybeard, sitting in the village square, nods solemnly. No sheep, one says, but plenty of tales. Ask us anything. Wow, Cat, this sounds like a place for you.
Why?
You're a Greybeard, and you like telling stories.
Oh. Yeah, fair. Okay. That. I was very confused there for a minute. I'm like, what is a place called Shepherd Island with no sheep? No sheep? What's that? Why? Now I get it. Fair enough.
Compile a port report. Oh, yes, yes, there's been goings on. In the bleak light of the false stars, surface rolling like a porridge pot, up with a roar of steam and flash of fire, 3 widows swimming, tentacles! And then we saw His Highness. There's rather a lot of this material. So, the fun thing about the Shepherd Isles is that you have no idea whether or not anyone's telling the truth. So when you go to turn it in, you can, for 100% success all the time, turn it in for unsubstantiated hearsay, so you get the base pay. But if you have high enough veils, you can basically say, this is the truth. This is what they saw. I can validate this. And you get paid more for it, which is the funniest shit ever.
Yeah. Why the heck are sheep illegal there? Don't ask questions, gloves.
Look, there's probably something that we'll never know. This is the Sunless Sea. We don't pretend to understand it. The sigil-ridden navigator. Let me guide your ship. I know all of the Z, how it was, how it will be. Please, the headaches only stop when I'm working. Sure, 50 echoes. Thank you. The nonsense here was a distraction for a while, but only the Z can help me now. Oh my god, the air, it's clearer already. Let me chart a course for you. So, this is a new officer. He is our first officer.
What's he do for you?
Plus 6 mirrors, plus 3 veils.
Nice.
And then his story, I can actually buff that
Hold
to plus 9 mirrors, plus 5 veils.
You can see the future. On Shade, bring up your crew list again. Just real quick. Why is your gunnery guy your cook?
He's not.
I thought the beardy guy was the insatiable gunner or whatever.
No, that's the irrepressible cannoneer.
Okay, never mind. Earlier when you said it, he was the only one in your list up at the top. So, oh, Wolf's Rift.
I'm gonna be replacing the shady cook as soon as I can.
Right on. You don't want to explore Wolf's Rift?
I can only have one abyssal rite active at a time.
Ah.
Ooh, Abbey Rock. The place where the
Yes.
warrior nuns live.
I was gonna say, let me guess, it's an abbey on a rock.
Here the Grim Sisters' lair. Abbey Rock, a black spit of an island, far from anywhere anyone would want to go. That's how the Sisterhood likes it. Here stands their fortress convent. There are bear traps that look friendlier than this. Compile a port report. It's unlikely to be eventful. As always, nothing is happening. The sisters watch us. We feel their eyes. The sea crashes on the rocks, withdraws. The fortress stands stolid as the last year of a century. The greatest peril you risk here is a certain purpleness of prose. Search the surroundings. A map, a mask, the face beneath. Someone died here, far from home, long enough ago that their flesh is gone. A visager, by the look of their frog mask. The mask will be worth a bit. The skull would look good on a mantelpiece. And what's this map? One outlandish artifact, one lamentable relic, and one revelatory chart.
Nice. I think you need those for your curio cabinet.
I need the lamentables, yeah.
I thought you needed the artifact as well.
That's something else.
Oh, okay.
Outlandish artifact. This belongs in a museum, assuming that colonial imperial appropriation for the purpose of hegemonic taxonomization is a suitable response to the problem of intercultural contact, Which it probably is, because museums are magnificent institutions.
Uh,
How far are we
So have
from
you-
London? Because it's time. I want to get back to London at the least. I don't like stopping in different places too far from London.
Question: would you two like to know what I would do in the background now that we have time? Now that this now that I just hit a major checkpoint and just cleared it.
What?
Sure.
Cat's gonna hate me.
Uh-huh. Am I?
I just got the Flawless Queen outfit. Dead Cells.
Okay.
Ooh, shit.
The Queen, the final boss of the Lighthouse Path DLC, I just flawlessed.
Oh.
Fortunately, feral Z-Bats are not friendly and they will kill you. Most people keep their distance because Zailers have been carried off their ships.
Oh.
Now you're almost back.
October 17th, 1890, you are being watched.
Also, is a no. Should get somewhere safe.
Why do you think I'm going back to London?
Stop.
Yeah.
I said that literally a moment ago. Also, you are being watched means that Mount Nomad was nearby.
That's unfortunate.
Mount Nomad, also known as the embodiment of the Z's Godstone. Quickly turn in our port reports. Hunter's Keep. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are citizens of her enduring majesty, notionally. Benderbite. What have the nearly dead been up to then? Wither. I refuse to ask any questions. I don't want to give them the satisfaction. Yeah, high risk challenge. 26% chance of success for submitting as fact.
Oof.
We'll just do it as unsubstantiated hearsay, though.
Yeah.
I agree, it does seem implausible. So many of the stories from that place do. Still, there is a little gold of truth in the mud of rumor. From time to time. Your payment, Captain. Abbey Rock. We categorize it as a military installation, you know. Although that has occasioned some quite vigorous debate. Codex. Exiled for giving answers. That's Wither for you. Anything new? Low Barnet. Ah yes, the congregation that worships stories. What did they tell you? Frostfound. Is it as beautiful as they say? I doubt it. Poets are notorious liars, but liars make bad poets. A paradox, isn't it? Never mind. Your report? And... saved.
The Labyrinth of Tigers.
Yep. You don't go there if you don't want to die.
Ah.
What do you mean not released? You told me. 4 p.m. Approximately in less than an hour. Less than... At what fucking time is less than an hour?
By anywhere between 1 second to 59 minutes and 59 seconds.
That's a right paradox, isn't it? Yeah, it is, Migos. That is true.
Yes, because releasing a game on the hour is just not a feasible thing people do anymore.
doop 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 singing a song for chat to fill dead air. Look at me doing a thing.
I am genuinely upset by the fact that I was told 2 hours at 2 p.m. Steam, let people
Understandable.
code in active timers to these things, because less than an hour after being told it was 2 hours doesn't tell me much.
So when I told you 2 hours, it probably meant anywhere between 2 hours to 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, which is an issue because we planned around this.
Yeah.
Like, in approximately less than an hour. Can we? Can I just have an active timer? I would much rather watch an active timer and just see it go ticking down than have to assume less than an hour could be anywhere between 59 minutes to a fucking second.
So why in the love of fuck did they put it to release at this time?
Yeah, that's what I'm not understanding either.
Like
Like,
most of their user group is going to be here in the U.S. or in the Americas or in Europe.
you think they'd have,
Why is it releasing at the end of the day?
like it says coming out May 14th, and I'm sitting here like, so why didn't you release it midnight May 14th?
And if you weren't going to have it ready till the end of today, why didn't you just release it midnight tomorrow instead of giving everyone's hopes up? You're not new at this. You understand PR.
You know what's funny is I'm blaming Bethesda for this. They're the publisher. They're the reason it's not out yet. id Software made it. It's done. It's ready. It's playable. This is Bethesda's doing.
Unless the reason it's taking so long is because they plan to have it ready today and it's taking a little longer than needed. We don't know the inside scoop.
Oh no, because they have the premium edition in which you got to play it 2 days ahead of time, which means it's ready.
No. It means it was playable and mostly complete.
It's not a
Final
beta.
bug patches.
It's not releasing for another 50 minutes.
What the actual fuck?
Let me just put this here in stream related.
Oh, there's an actual clock. There is an actual release time for it.
It's not a timer, it's a map showing what time zone it and what time it releases in that time zone.
Yep, 8 p.m. or 5 p.m. for you, Shade.
Two hours at 2 p.m. 5 p.m. release.
I have to assume it was 2.5 hours it was 2 hours and large number of minutes at slightly past 2 p.m.
Yes, because couldn't be bothered to just say around 2.5 hours.
It always rounds down those types of things whenever those type of things get released.
It's the same
I
thing
thought
as your.
when you told me it was gonna be 7 for me, I thought you saw something that straight up said it was 7. You didn't tell me it was something that said 2 hours. Otherwise, I would have asked you. Otherwise, I would have looked at the clock and said something.
I hate these staggered release times.
It's not staggered. It's at all at the same time.
Yeah.
Why would you put it at the end of the fucking day? Majority of people are going to get home, make dinner, unwind, and go to bed.
Yeah, and neither id nor Bethesda is Asian based, so there's no. That's not why. It's not some kind of favoritism weirdness. It's just a choice of all time.
Yeah.
It's a very bad choice. Okay, so what do we do in the meantime?
Back to Sunless, I suppose.
Yay, more creepy. Are you with me, chat?
Well,
And now the game's obnoxiously loud. I I don't understand your audio. What are you?
it might have just been a load issue. It might have just been a per load bug. Yeah,
Sunless, I understand. You're Eldritch inspired. Stop behaving like it. I like it for the game's theme. I don't like it when it's my audio settings. I don't need the Eldritch deity of whispers in my ear, okay?
Sure you do.
How about some Power Wash? I would if I had it downloaded. But also, that game fucking sparks up my neuritis, so I can't play that for long. I think it's the gentle hum constantly in my ear, vibrating the rest of my ear canal.
not unlikely.
Go visit your girlfriend.
But that would be a lot of money.
Do you see why my settings were so low now?
Yes.
No.
Evidently, Cat does not have ears since he said no.
Oh, I have ears. I just fucking didn't hear anything.
Ooh, a
Cat.
visit to Clathermont's tattoo parlor.
Did you hear how loud it is right now? How was this like this loud before he closed the game last time? Or nearly this loud?
This audio currently is how it was when I had it open a few moments ago. And this is with
Not
the
to me.
bars almost all the way down.
Well, not to me, so there's something weird going on because I had to crank up my stream volume to hear it.
Yeah, no. I had to crank up my stream volume too, because I had it up before. But the point is, it's audible right now. It wasn't audible at these settings before.
Moving on. Visit to Clathermont's tattoo parlor. You're a real Zailer now, after all. You could go to one of those tobacco and prey places by the docks, but the prices at Clathermont's are reasonable, and his daughters are real artists. What sign will you choose?
Sir, there are people out there who are starving. You can afford less than 3 chins.
The Dauntless Hand. Commemorate your daring. So increase your iron by 2 permanently, cure up to 25 points of terror. All of them will cure up to 25 points of terror, but all of them will give me 2 to, like, 1 stat.
What's your lowest stat?
Veils.
Veils, then.
By 2.
Simple choice, then. Veils.
Yeah.
This is a game where all stats are important, so.
I mean, can you get them all?
No.
Ah.
The
So,
Wheel
yeah,
of
go with
Mists. Commemorate your Zailer's skills. That's not me. That's what it actually says.
Yep. Yep.
We see it.
It will cost me a Z story and 1 echo.
That's not bad.
The Gold Needle pricks. Lily Clathermont hums. The design is complete. A ship's wheel, but with a curious elaboration to the design, like an optical illusion. We are not the messenger, but the message, Lily intones. You frown. She dimples. Oh, alright, that's just something Mr. C says to sound impressive. I don't know what it means, but I like the design. We now have a ship's wheel tattoo to ourselves.
Nice.
Squinsack hat.
What?
Said it at the same time as me.
Yeah.
Ah!
Great minds think alike.
We do that far too often. It's actually a little creepy, and I kind of love it.
The Merchant Venturer. An urchin tugs your sleeve. Governor wants a word. A brooding figure waits at the lamplight's edge. I have need of a reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. An opportunity for profit. He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. Something warming, 7 Z-Zoop. Or something spicy for 7 Muter Salt. 700 echoes, 1,000.
Oh, damn.
So I can go purchase these from other places and then sell them to him for even more.
Okay.
Yep.
Mount Palmerston is up north to the right. I'll need a faster ship for that.
You also need a lot more money.
Yeah. We're a little banged up, but otherwise we're pretty good for fuel and supplies.
Bad Steveners abyss.
Amazing that there's one just outside London.
What's a Stevener and how can you be bad at it?
I think a Stevener is an actual, like, role.
Oh, give me a moment. No, Stevener's a last name. That Stevener's just a name. It's named after a person.
That makes sense.
Stevener is not a role.
The light ship, its clear bright beam warms the way. Speak to the crew, they long for news of home. Tea beneath the light. In the bleaching glare of the lens, among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z's terror recedes.
Yay. And you got
Rowena's
a Z story.
rocks!
Bitch.
And Moody's
Good
light.
wonder That thing's named after that cunt.
And Mad Eye Moody's light.
And a shitty pirate.
Here the wilder airs mingle with the airs of the near reaches. Demo's Gate, named for a navigator lost above. How did his bones come to be below?
Is there a reason you decided to ram the fucker?
It stops them from moving.
Did you actually get hit?
Yes. I took 4 damage.
Shade.
Stout
How
crit.
dare you.
2 fuel!
Hit. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Coke, like coal, but more so, as the Department of Infernal Rare Factions would have it.
You know, more fuel is a great bit of plunder.
Yeah.
More
Like in
power
Free
for the
Ration.
engines.
It's like when you find free rations in Darkest Dungeon. It doesn't seem like a lot, but my gods, is it a lifesaver sometimes.
Yeah.
Crab.
Crap.
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 Quaker's Haven. Once this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs before London fell and the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises behind town. Wandering parson. He glances nervously back at the cock and magpie. but his handshake is strong. He seeks passage to the Church of Low Barnet, beneath the Z just outside London. His suit is well tailored for an itinerant preacher. His cufflinks wink with sapphires. Offer passage for money, knowledge, or a blessing.
Blessing. This is a world of superstition.
And supernatural.
What did you actually get from that? I didn't quite see.
I lost one terror. I get the blessing once I send him to Low Barnet, which I'm going to go up and do.
Yeah, because it's right fucking there.
Quickly, send the Z-Bat out. What can we find?
Send it to Scout.
Nothing. Are his bones unguarded? I'm pretty sure they're put in a museum. In which case, in this world, they are very heavily guarded.
Yeah.
Whose bones?
Demo's. One of the navigators lost above. Also known as one of the first Z captains to get through the avid horizon and go to the sunless skies. That's a very useless placing. I just noticed. I have a lighthouse and a fucking lightship right beside each other.
Yeah.
So fun fact, there's actually an ending, the ending that I got last time, an ending to this game that leads directly to Sunless Skies.
Nice.
And that's how you get the Horizon Codex. And you can also tell that this game leads straight into Skies with that ending, because Skies, as one of your backgrounds, has a Zailer. You came from the Untersea. You know the horrors from below.
Now you must learn the horrors of above.
And above. And above. And above.
Isn't Skies the third game?
Second. Technically third if you're counting the browser games, but...
I could have sworn there was one in between Sunless Sea and Skies.
There wasn't one in between Sea and Skies. There was one after Skies, and there was one before Sea. It was Fallen London, Sunless Sea, Sunless Skies, and then Mask of the Rose.
Okay.
People don't tend to count browser games. Those are kind of like an alpha.
Fair. It is how they started, though.
Call to worship. You'll hear tales here from distant trenches of the Untersea. And some of them might even be true, but the strangest ones are jealously guarded. Light from the dock glints in his eye. Hidden mysteries and pliant listeners. He glances at you, then gathers his luggage. Won't you join me below for a while? An explorer would learn much of value here. Witness a contest of stories. Ask about the competition. You approach an apprehensive seaman who is staring into the distance, perhaps imagining marching ranks of crustaceans. You ask what happened here. The competition? The best story wins. Captain says it's all in the delivery, but you need a fine yarn to spin, too. When you inquire about the winner's reward, his gaze turns wistful. If they're lucky, they get taken up. Wish I had a story to tell. That's how you get to go to the bell tower. Now that we've unlocked the contest, I did not mean to E twice. A phone call from Victoria, BC. I don't know anyone there. Fuck right off.
If it wasn't on stream, I'd say you probably should have answered it and fucked with them for a bit.
Yeah. Also, how are they?
Okay.
Good one, Cat. Rise! Rise!
I am not quite ready to fight wreck ships.
You would have done fine. It's not like your
Yes.
weapon isn't made for it or anything.
Yes, and my 50 hull that would have shattered in 5 hits from it.
You would have killed it within 5 hits time.
With a gun that does a maximum of 21 damage to, like, 100 HP? Maybe?
Fired first, you would have had a chance at winning.
A row of watchful Z-Bats perch on the ship's railing. Their heads swivel in unison as you cross the deck.
Hey, little buddies.
Are
Each that
Z-Bats
has
little?
a pet.
Yes, they are small.
They're bat-sized.
The feral swarms and your scout are actually larger species, but yes, most of them are small.
Is it wrong that a part of me wants to just plop into this universe just so I can pet one?
Yes. On the other paw, so do I. Ooh, a
On the
frigate.
other paw, you understand.
Yes. Like, let's be honest, this universe is made for people like me who just try to understand the weird and gather the arcane.
You might be one of the people who could survive this world without going insane.
No. No, you would not be. No, you do not seek knowledge in this game. Doing that ends your run. Knowledge means insanity.
I don't know. In every story of the Eldritch, there are people who are resistant to it and can withstand its influence.
And usually they're the ones that go seeking it, knowing the dangers.
The ones who go seeking it not for glory, but just out of true curiosity.
I don't like how the mist keeps rolling in and getting closer.
I mean, believe what you want, but as the one with experience in this game's world,
yes, as the
you would not live past a week.
In the mechanical world of a video game, we're talking theoretically in lore purposes on a chance, not likely. Could be.
Yeah.
Realistically, Cat fits the stereotypical personality profile of the one resistant to Eldritch influence.
Well, I look forward to reading your name in the Gazetteer of Lost Captains then.
I'm not going to be a captain.
When did he stop being fun? When did he stop playing along with the wacky weirdness?
And who says I'd be a captain? I'd be one of the dudes going place to place getting passage.
Paying for passage and all that, but you'd have to hire a captain to take you out there, which wouldn't happen. So you'd have to be a captain.
Yeah, because captains are few and far between on the Dark Z.
And very few of them are willing to risk their life just so you can go knowledge chasing.
Fine. Then I have to find a crew that's just as crazy as I am.
Great, crazy attract crazy.
I was just about to say,
look at us.
Finding the crew is easy enough. There's enough lowlifes in London that have nothing to do or nowhere to go and would gladly work on a ship instead of living in the alleys.
Oh no, it's getting a crew willing to go out where he wants to go.
Yeah, like, and then I remember, I'm me. I'll find somebody.
I mean,
not just because you're you. Just
when I say there's enough people living in the back alleys willing to work on a ship, wave a single echo in their face and they'll do it. That's how desperate people are in London.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I'm not looking for the desperate. I'm looking for the people that want to come with me because it'll be fun.
People who like-minded people who might stand a chance in hell of not going insane.
So next to nobody.
Yeah, but it's not nobody.
Exactly. Nothing we're talking about here. We do not expect anything we're talking about to be likely, plausible, or realistic. We're talking about the hell's chance because it's funny.
Fucking behemoth stash.
It's a crab ship.
It's a fish.
It's a fish?
That's a fish.
Oh, fuck that.
Called a behemoth for a reason.
I also thought it could have been the name of a ship. You know, behemoth class ship.
But it's behemoth mustache. It's a fish with a giant frilly mustache.
Ah, fair enough.
Port Carnelian. Talk to a tiger in the Blue Bazaar. Trouble abroad. The Blue Bazaar is Port Carnelian's great indoor market. arched, lofty, plush with patterned carpets where the vendors display their wares. Most of all, awash with gossip. The tiger is well informed. A black-hulled Connaught trireme prowled the coast last night, a rifle shot from shore. Shipments from the Sapphire Mines have slowed. The governor's aide was left-handed on Tuesday, and right-handed on Wednesday.
That's a strange thing to pay attention to, but okay.
I mean, somebody's hand suddenly changing.
Yeah, unless you're looking for conspiracy, that is that's very far from weird in this universe.
No,
Yeah.
but it can be a sign of something else.
Yeah.
Also,
fair.
I love that you can just walk up and talk to kitties.
It's not an actual tiger.
Don't ruin my headcanon.
Not an actual tiger.
Don't ruin my headcanon.
Not an actual tiger.
No! Where else will I recruit my crew?
Not from the literal pirates who have their own king.
Rump.
Murgatroyd's Imperial Tea Shop.
Even named him after a cat.
Which is
Mr.
funny
Murgatroyd.
because Murgatroyd is actually a shop in Sun in the Skies you can go visit.
Nice.
Home away from home. They import the doilies from London, but the tea is local, blue and smoky. The crumpets are warm, the tablecloth's white. You could almost imagine you were back in Vale Garden, except for the tiger lounging on a divan. It laps tea from an azure bowl and complains about the recent nostalgic trend in poetry.
It laps the. It's a tiger! It just described a kitty.
It described an action. You have to take into account that this world is very weird. That's the best I can explain it. McGovs, the man is probably ambidextrous. Ambidexterity is already a rare trait. And even harder to train. But that's not the case here. It's never as simple as just they're just ambidextrous.
In this world, the normal explanation is abnormal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they probably had some sort of cognito hazard hit them and they're like, "Oh,
Or they were replaced by a doppelganger.
Like Cat was.
you know, I haven't seen
No, I
anything
think
about doppelgangers or changelings in this game." Not saying they don't
think I
exist,
know.
just haven't seen any.
Fair. And I think I'd know if I was replaced by my doppelganger.
Yes, you would know. Especially if it was
Cat,
changeling the
played
dreaming.
you played a PvP shooter of your own volition by yourself. You have been replaced by a
Casual.
doppelganger.
A casual shooter.
So
Thank
the
you.
fuck what? That's not you.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Z here is warm. Bubbles rise and burst with lazy menace. The fire in the earth is restless. Green glass and basalt. Salt and silence.
Sultan Sanctuary?
Not this time.
Dang it.
Go, Z-Bat. Damn it. I see that. That's a location. The water is sluggish with hyphal threads. Violet vegetable bulks break the surface. Myceligia. Or mushrooms. If you want to be not hyper specific about the wording. I'm going to turn my light off so I can get away from that.
My
That is an-
silly. It's Mushroom Town.
The utter shroom.
Eh?
climb the fungal fiber ladders to its summit. Shaggy, suspicious villagers scratch a living here, amidst endless clouds of spores and scurrying mobs of plant-animal hybrids. None of them ever leave. Monsters, one explains darkly. Z full of monsters.
Yeah, not wrong.
Visit the village. Hospitable? Not exactly. But they usually don't chase you off with sticks, and they usually let you sit beside their mildew-smelling fire. A day of spores. The Utter Shroom releases spores according to its own inscrutable schedule. Today, the air is soupy thick. They coat your hair, they clog your throat, they gather like sleep in the corners of your eyes. Conversation with shroomers is impossibly hard. You return to the ship, where you find a tiny purple mushroom growing already in your ear. That's all for now. Gained a tale of terror.
Nice.
Gather intelligence. A slow survey. What happens here on top of a mushroom the size of Marlborough? The villagers live a shabby but sufficient life. The Utter Shroom provides. They are secretive, taciturn, and incurious. Ships rarely visit. A gaggle of blemigans, purple tentacled fungus things, follows you down the rope to your ship, whistling cheerfully. Blemigans are vicious little monsters, usually, but the ones on the Utter Shroom seem friendly. They trouble you, you could probably throw them overboard. I now have 4 docile blemigans.
Nice.
I have little mushroom friends.
Yay.
And I can go put them ashore on other places and cause chaos.
But why though?
Because they want to go explore the world.
Well, yeah, but why cause chaos? They're just friends.
See, I put them ashore and they start to propagate.
Oh. Gotcha.
So it's not that I'm hurting them. I'm giving them places to grow and spread.
No, that makes sense. Also, why are you passing up the wreck?
I can't actually view that one. That's just a lore piece there.
Gotcha. It's a
It's a set piece.
No, fucking um
Cat brains take 2.
fuck off.
Environmental storytelling.
Like a waypoint, but there's another word for it. Fucking
Landmark?
landmark. That's it. Thank you.
That took a while.
Yes, my brain could not remember the word.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Yes, the mountain of crab cake.
Oh, you couldn't remember fucking landmark.
You're right. Yes, I could not remember landmark in this game about the sea.
Sorry.
Also, that's concerning.
What, the Maze Island?
Yes.
Nah, it's just a nod to Wind Waker.
Ah, okay.
I'm not being
I thought it
serious.
Oh. I thought it was a reference to something else.
No, it's just there. I've never
Okay.
it's never been interactable.
Bet. You gotta find a creepy spire and Rose place a thingy.
Rosegate's down by the bottom right, per usual. Ooh, the Foskeen Bleaks. That means I should be close to Gator's Morn, right?
Right?
Sure.
Maybe. I hope. I know they were close to... Nope, Misery and Co. Funging Station. What was that? Here the wilder airs mingle with the airs of the near reaches. Hello, Demo Island.
I mean, you need more fuel anyway.
Give the pass sign to the affable factor. The Admiralty asks you to bring back strategic information. This is your contact.
Ah, nice.
A strained smile. Here, little to report, but we have had Connet privateers nosing around. and tell them that the company grows suspicious. Mr. Iron knows the Admiralty is interested in his business. Pray, my friend, that you never have to serve two masters as I do. I serve none. My objective is to get money and retire in a mansion.
Then send your kid out.
Yes. Compile a port report. The Admiralty likes to keep an eye on Iron and Misery's activities. The business of spores. Of course, I and M's activities here don't seem that interesting. Nevertheless, record what you can. Tea with the Factor. The poor fellow needs the company, and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. An interlude. You sit on the veranda. My brain forgot what word that was from because I haven't seen it in 5 ever. You sit on the veranda of the Factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle. That's fun to say. An expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the Factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses of Irem, the monstrosities of the Sea of Lilies, and a little restaurant in Venderbite where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Venderbite, I know. I'd never met a tomb colonist who could cook, but you must visit the place. Do you know it? He also has a load of Belegas frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of the stuff I fear I might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidentially towards you. It happens, you know, but one does have to eat a lot of it first. You've been told of an exceptionally fine restaurant in Venderbite, and gained 1 supplies.
Yay! Free food.
I'm really hoping I can find the Salt Lions, because I really need that place. It's a great place to get fucking early money. Okay, then.
What?
Just the sudden combat.
For no reason, yeah.
I just noticed we only have 2 fuel left.
Ah, you finally paid attention to your dwindling supply.
We'll have enough to make it back.
And before he stops 6 inches from the dock.
You can full power the engines to make the most of it by going faster.
But
your engines will occasionally explode.
yeah, that would be bad.
The revenue man.
Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. Let them do their worst. You have nothing to hide. Vexed and frustrated, they roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. At last, they leave. Fine,
Yep.
fucking... We just finished cleaning the place.
Fuck you.
Fall in London, deep, dark, and marvelous. All voyages start here, and this is where successful voyages end. Pass on strategic information. The Admiral sits up, although he steeples his fingers and pretends calm. Invisible eyes. He's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you paid. 150 echoes.
Nice.
Woo!
So you can continue getting these. Unless you get one for the Connet, in which case you might be fucked unless you have good veils. Submit a revelatory chart. A careful inspection. He scrutinizes the chart minutely through a lens. He doesn't, you notice, remove the dark spectacles. It passes muster, he remarks. The usual fee applies. 250 echoes.
Nice.
Anything in particular you need? Polythreme. One of my favorite places to go because there's such a good, constantly lucrative way to get money there.
Nice. And you can turn in your port reports.
Humane Canal. Well, if you've been there, I suppose we may as well hear about it. The fee is nominal, though. Because they keep constant contact with it, you don't get much for it.
Yeah, fair, but it's still money.
The Utter Shroom. You spent time in my Celigaya. Dear me, I am most terribly sorry. Ah, yes. His fucking clothing burned away again.
Yeah, because you stop back at the Iron Dock.
Fort Carnelian. You've been to Demo's Gate. I have. Okay. London. The Liver Blemigans, a greatcoat clad figure waits in the shadow of a crane. You have Blemigans? It inquires hopefully. Its voice is high, fluting. A scarf conceals its face, so we can put them here for money, or we could just drop them off on islands for propagation. Uh, Propagation will in time net me money. This just gets me money now.
Ah, I mean, I'd like to see them, spread because that seems like the perfect response to this place.
Visit the university. You have lost a secret. A twist in your tale. You are now Favors Antiquarian. The Alarming Scholar. The Alarming Scholar is mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her. Is it her? Appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary. To keep his razor sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah, yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? So you can turn in memories, stories, other things that you find, all for different chunks of money.
Like those outlandish artifacts.
Yes, for 100 apiece.
Nice. And you get more favor.
Yep, their favor grows, and as their grows, they start giving you more and more little gifts, and these gifts consist of like 1 to 2 supplies.
Oh, nice.
London. Trouble and romance. That night in Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with the likely lass.
Wait, don't you already have the girlfriend?
Yeah, but this is dinner with her.
Ah, okay.
Don't think I came down to the docks just to see you. I've got business here. But alright, it did cross my mind that you might drop by. Few hours together, shared warmth, new memories. It's harder to say goodbye this time.
Yay. Progression.
Offer passage
Stuff
to
and things.
Toon Colonist. Anything I can do in Wolfstack? Or rather, Roser's Wharf. Currently, no. Okay. Alright, I need to take this Toon Colonist up to Venderbite, and that should spend the rest of our time.
So, Shade, a quick query.
A quick answer.
I assume that once Dark Ages is finally released, that's the only thing you're going to be streaming for the next several days.
Yes.
Okay.
An unexpected
I'm all
letter.
for that, both mechanically and personally.
Okay. An unexpected letter. Who sent it, and what does it say? I sent it. When I next return to London, I will bring an additional recruit, your child. Your sweetheart. A surprise for you on your next return to London. I have taken in a foundling. Or, your sweetheart. Return to London as soon as you may. Your sweetheart says, you are a father.
Well, you did want the
A new life, go quickly. Well, we barely left London, but I better go do that.
yeah, the that was the thing you were trying for.
Yep, and now I gotta give them Z stories, tales of terror, different little artifacts, and eventually they will go out to Z on their own. And when I die or succeed, they will take my place.
Nice.
A new arrival. You, your sweetheart, and your child. What will your child call you? Nothing at all. Father, mother, or captain? Father. Here it is. Small, warm, apprehensive, affectionate creature. Treat it gently. Spend time with the family. What can I spare? Distant shores. Tell tales of far off lands. There is something you saw far across the Black Ocean. Share it. Your child's eyes grow round as pennies. They stare up. No, hold on. My brain. They store up the memories as dream fuel. Much later, you find the scene you described, scrawled on a fool's cap sheet by a childish hand.
You spent your terror to give your kid ideas.
Yeah,
That's great.
because you take these horrifying memories of your own and you spin them into great tales of adventure.
That's fucking great. I'm sorry.
Plus, sharing the memories would
Lessen their burden.
lessen the burden on your mind because suddenly you're no longer as over encumbered with the horrifying memory.
Yeah. ADHD bat intensifies.
It's all it is his existence.
Yep.
Oh, look, pirates.
Gonna avoid that for now.
Hey, you got actual passengers.
Yeah. Not only do I have
Among your-
passengers, my hull isn't fixed, and this still isn't a great ship to fight with.
Yeah.
I at least want the Forced class ship. Fuck off.
There's
Goodbye.
something over there.
Go away. Leave me alone. Fuck off. I will fight you when I have a ship worth fighting with. In which case, I will kick your ass and drown you all. And then loot your hold for whatever the hell you have. Be it supplies, fuel, or random bolts of silk. The trouble with tomb colonists, you've brought this decaying emigrant north. Now what? One last fight. Your passenger has been drinking. Ahoy, she chortles. Defend yourself. She launches a tipsy assault. Your crew hang back, chuckling. Thanks, crew. Iron quality gives a 100% chance of success.
Yeah. That's why they hang back and laugh.
In effortless defense. Tomb colonists have a lifetime of bitter experience. Some of them are the deadliest combatants under the earth. Possibly this one is, when she hasn't drunk quite so much rum. You'll never know. She salutes you, laughing, after you disarm her. Good fight, she opines, I guess?
Opines. Yeah. Like opinion. Like states an opinion.
Okay. Then she staggers backwards and falls over the side. You never do find what happened to her, but at least you have her rather magnificent cavalry saber and her belongings. You brought a tomb colonist to Venderbite and defeated them in an unexpected duel. You now have one outlandish artifact. You've gained one iron. You've lost one tomb colonist, gained 2 supplies.
Nice.
I brought them where they wanted to go. We had a fight that lasted all of like 2 seconds. They laughed, saluted, and fell over the edge of the ship and just vanished.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Oh.
And you kept their sword.
Yeah, which gave me 1 iron.
Yeah.
So now I have a total of 50, and my stats give me an extra 14. While we're here, visit a certain little restaurant. Fine cuisine
yeah.
in Venderbite. Now that would be something. A corkscrewed street. At the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered windows of a restaurant. A sign reads, Vengeance of Jonah. A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A gray mustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in. Now we can recruit this guy.
Oh, and you wanted to replace your cook.
Yes.
So.
The bandaged poissonnier has long wished to travel, but you'll need to outfit the galley to his exacting standards. He's 300 echoes.
So, for those of you who don't know, a poissonnier, that's not poisoner, that's a fish cook. They are a specialty in seafood because it's a French word that is spelled almost exactly like poison.
Of course.
He is 300 echoes.
Yeah.
But my god, is he good.
Is he worth it?
Yes. So I'm gonna spend those now.
I mean, you did just get like 800. You did just get a bunch.
So the current shady cook, +1 hearts. Bandage poissonnier, 6 hearts, 3 pages.
Oh, fuck yes.
He has an ambition for fish. A great ambition.
Yeah.
I believe if we go to speak to him, yeah, you can actually see his mustache sticking out of the bandages.
That's great.
That is
And
definitely
you can
something.
increase your hearts.
Yeah, so all officers will have a focus on what stat that they can increase, and if you spend secrets, you can increase your stat by 1 for each one.
Oh, nice.
Part of why I really like the tireless mechanic is because he's a Veils bonus, which is one of the harder things to level. I can sell stories for money.
Yeah.
Tell the people tales of distant lands and they will pay you. 3 minutes. 3 goddamn minutes.
Now would be the time to save up and, well, just wait out the time talking.
The Vengeance of Jonah. It's a cramped little place, but much better lit than most places in the Tomb Colonies. The scents of the dishes are multitudinous and extraordinary. Are they good? They might be. They might be good. It's difficult to tell. So you can come here and sample today's special. The food here is exceptional. You need not fear poisoning or boredom. Definitely not boredom. So if you have at least 5 terror and 60 echoes to spend, you can generally get your terror reduced. This is usually a more effective way of reducing terror than purchasing a dusty glass of wine, and will also reduce hunger.
Nice.
Or you can bring a strange catch. The Vengeance of Jonah is liberal in its approach to edibility. So it pays a small fee and returns some of the material to you as supplies.
Nice.
Very nice.
Which is neat because they pay you and give you supplies back.
For bringing them weird fish.
Yeah. Like they said, they're liberal in their approach to edibility.
That makes
As
sense.
you did.
Oh, there we go. It started as soon as I closed the game.
I'm going to take a minute and go stretch my legs and use the bathroom while this is all booting up and stuff. Boops.
Makes sense.
god, a Helldivers post that actually talks about what laser sights are for in the game.
Oh,
Because laser sights aren't like other games where, they add more accuracy to the gun. They don't. It's that your team knows what you're aiming at and to not run in front of it when the laser's up.
so particularly good for me to have as a sniper then.
Yes. It's so that you can basically coordinate without speaking on who's shooting at what, so you're not all wasting ammo on the same enemy.
Or can help each other if needed.
Yeah. It's why a lot of the time with certain guns, how if you just run in front of it, there's no laser, and you just die anyway because you get mowed down by a bunch of shots, and it's like, oh.
Makes sense.
So apparently we're getting the Helldivers title update on the 20th.
And the war bond tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird that we got a big update yesterday, the war bond tomorrow, and now the title update on the 20th. That's a lot of work.
Explains why I've been absent for so long.
Give it to me, Arrowhead. I'm ready. Gonna sniff that shit like cocaine. I am ready to fry some squids, stab them and turn them into calamari skewers, and see what absolute pain awaits us.
I love you.
Love you too. Everyone pat the boof. She's being wholesome.
Uh,
32% unpacked.
nice.
That's all it's doing right now is unpacking. The joy of preloading. Gamer subs. which I didn't realize was made by Jay Schlatt.
I have no idea what that is.
He's another streamer.
Ah,
Stare.
licks cat face.
Lick spoof.
Licks bat face.
Licks bat face. He makes the noise and then smiles. He appreciates our affection. Give him more. Lick, 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 lick.
Bathes bat in affection.
Points the oil spray
Suffer.
bottle at.
You do not appreciate my affection.
I do, but there is a limit.
No such thing.
Halfway done the unpacking.
Woo.
Jesus Christ, Opera, you want to be any slower?
Waiting is oh so much fun.
76%, 77.
Thematic waiting music. Matt gets it.
What am I not getting?
I was doing a very bad rendition of E1M1.
One that one.
E1M1 is
Meaning?
the music for Episode 1, Mission 1 of Doom. The original Doom.
Ah,
It's been carried forward in every Doom game.
got it. Thank you.
86% done. Very soon.
I'm suddenly sorry. The bit from Badger where they're talking about, the hardcore music they listen to is like, holy shit, what were you listening to? Main menu. Doom 2016. Matt listening to tunes, just hanging out.
Yep,
That's how it be.
94%.
So close.
God damn it, brain.
What?
We're done!
The download is edging. It's so close.
Launching. Ooh, updated drivers are required. What do you... There actually? I thought I did all those. Yeah, take me to the website, not my fucking soft. That's what I wanted. GeForce Experience. No, I don't want to upgrade right now.
No, I don't want to upgrade. Stop fucking asking.
Drivers. Yes, okay, you do have an update. Please don't be one that requires a restart. You're probably going to be one that requires a restart. But in the event you're not, I'll be fucking excited.
Making noise for chat to know we're not dead while they ponder the sport.
Whoa. Express installation, yes. Do the thing. Ah, yes, ray tracing. That thing I'm not going to use because it's overhyped. Looks nice. Eats GPU.
Yeah.
I feel like if I ever want to use ray tracing in my life at all, I'd need a second graphics card.
Essentially, yeah.
How long does it take to prepare to install?
What?
Bat face.
Yeah, he looks quite miffed.
Why are you being an old loading bar? Don't stop. Continue. It's not even at 99%. It's at like 25, and it's like.
Slows further.
I will extend stream.
I'm here for it. Cat
I
won't
won't
be,
be.
but I'm here for it.
I don't have enough camera or computing power for a double camera right now, McGovs.
It is unfortunately true.
The bar's moving. It's moving.
The excitement. Oh my god, the bar's moving. Yee!
A watched pot never boils, they say. Well, this watched bar will fucking load. I will make it load. Thank you. You updated my driver and decided to move all of my tabs to the right side monitor. I do have to restart, so I'll be right back.